Hello and welcome along to Mondo Channel Movies. My name is John and today me and the Debs went to the town. So I got some pickups from CEX and HMV. First of all, I like to do something I don't normally do on my channel. I like to say rest in peace to the magnificent character actress Anna Karen. She played Olive Rudge on the buses, and weirdly enough I've just finished watching the complete series of this for the millionth time, and I just get such a blast out of this set. It's one of my favourite sets of all time, TV series, and it still holds up today. So after this I've started watching the films, and I think they're absolutely brilliant as well. So and it was strange to see when you know that maybe a few days earlier she was still alive and now she's not, and she's on screen there. But I suppose in a way her character will be timeless and live on long forever, and I would like to think that people in the forthcoming years would actually find out about Olive the character and think of much of her as we did back when she first started. To obviously through this is still a firm favourite of mine, but always will be. So rest in peace, Anna Karen, and thanks for all the laughs. Because the town was so full I didn't get any footage, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you what I've got, then I'll go downstairs, I'll have a look at it and tell you my thoughts on the picture qualities of it, as I always do. So first of all, if you spent any money there, for $9.99 you can pick up a few things, as you know, and I went and got the Shawshank Redemption. Now, this is a funny movie for me because yes, it is one of the best movies of all time and I've seen it and I do agree with that. But for a long time, I hadn't seen it. It was one of those ones where everyone talked about, you've got to see this film, you've got to see this film, like other films that I've got. And I thought, well, I will do. It wasn't that I didn't want to see it. It was the fact that I just didn't get around to it. So many years after it came out, I actually watched it and I was really blown away by it. Like I'd imagine everybody is when I watched this movie. It was always one that I wanted to get in 4K, but obviously it had to be the price is right. So in this sale, I just thought, well, the time is right, so I will get this one. Haven't opened it yet. I will open it and see what I've heard good things about the transfer on this one. So that's another reason why I really wanted it. So that's the Shawshank Redemption for $9.99. Can I grumble with that? So for £20.99, I bought the Cornetto Trilogy on 4K, but it hasn't got a slip. I don't know if this actually came with a slip. I think it did, but I'm not too sure. But I know this has always been big bucks. Now for £20.99, this was a no-brainer. I was always going to get this, but I knew it had to come down to a certain price. And here it is, and here I pounced. Now what I'm going to do is, because of course I used to have the Blu Ray of these titles, and I did have them with their slipcovers. Of course they got sold. I do have, or my son has, the Cornetto Trilogy Blu Ray, but it's a box set and it's like a big box set. So a slipcase fits on this. So really what I'm doing is I'm on the lookout in the CEX, which I went to today and I didn't find it, is the slipcase of Shaun of the Dead. You'll just go over the top of this and then that'll be that done. But for £20.99, I thought, well, I really need it, but can I get a slipcase for it? And I thought, well, by the time you've found the slipcase for this, or you've tried to look at it online, this deal will be off. So I'll get this now and I'll find a slipcase for it. I know sounds a bit stupid, but you know what I'm like. So this is going to be my, I've been really wanting to watch this because I've been wanting to watch these recently, but I've been holding out for the 4K. Now a few titles are coming out and you know they're on 4K, it makes you stop wanting to watch the Blu Ray because you want to wait for the 4K when the price is right. So this is, I don't need to talk about these movies, they're absolutely amazing. I like all three of them. If I had to rank them, I would say Shaun of the Dead first, Hot Fuzz second, and World's End last. But that's no slight to that one, I still really enjoy it. Went the pictures say that my son actually. So for an amazing price, that's the Cornetto Trilogy. So next I went to CEX, predominantly to find a slip for Shaun of the Dead. And of course when you go there, want to even see the film Shaun of the Dead or Hot Fuzz or At the World's End, there is none to be had, as if they've completely taken them off the shelves. Of course when you want something it's not there. So what I did get for a really great price is He Came from the Swamp, the William Griffey or Greth collection. Now I've had my eye on this for a long time. It's always been a little bit expensive. It's even been £40 in CEX, but it's £30 here. And I thought for what you get in there, you get 7 movies, you get the booklet, and you also get the posters in here as well. So it's complete as far as I know. The box and everything in it looks pretty decent. Of course, it's got this monstrosity on it. So let's cross our fingers and hope and get rid of that. Also as well, this J card is held on by 2 little bits of blue tack, believe it or not. Wow. I don't know if CEX have done that, I don't know. But that's easy to get rid of. Take the blue tack off, and I'm sure on some other slip cases, which I don't use, I've got, not slip cases, J cards. I've got the little sort of sticky things that are not really sticky that you can put on. I think I can resurrect this and make this obviously not be so like blue tack. I mean, come on. But anyway, I've always had my eye on this because I've heard that it's ultra low budget. Now that to me says, yes, please. You know what I think about low budget movies, and for me, these movies here, I don't really know too much about them. I have heard of Mako, Jaws of Death. I love me shark films. But these other ones here, I would imagine they're low budget horror movies or low budget trash or whatever. So I'm going to go downstairs and have a quick look through these things, and I'll get back to you and tell you what I think of them. So just check the movies out, but first I want to talk about Forrest Gump. Now I haven't watched this yet, but I got this the other night off Ellen Smith, the fiance of Keith from Euphoria Pictures. Link down to his channel down below. I wish I could give Ellen's channel a link, but she hasn't got any stuff on her channel. But once again, thanks very much, Ellen. I'm going to watch this movie before the end of February, so I can tell you all what I thought about it on my what I watched in February video. So I checked out a few scenes on this movie just to see what it looked like. And I've got to say, I found the picture to look absolutely brilliant. I don't know what many people are complaining about. There's a few shots and I thought a little bit sort of smoother or softer than I thought there could have been, but that's probably just down to just the way it was filmed, or some of the techniques that was filmed during this certain scenes, because obviously it's to do with sort of camera tricks in some of the scenes. I know about that it's meant to have him in certain situations when he's not actually there. So I thought this movie looked really nice, in the outdoor scenes especially. So thanks once again, Ellen, and I will be watching it very soon. So first off, I checked out The Shawshank Redemption. Now I've heard good things about this movie anyway, and I thought I would be quite impressed with it, and I am impressed with it. It looks really nice. I'm really, because it's been a long time since I've watched this movie. I do know it's a great movie. I do, obviously, I can't, sometimes you watch a movie for that long, you can't remember what the storyline is about, but for some reason I remember sort of everything about The Shawshank Redemption, because I think it's that much of a memorable story. So really excited to watch this, really excited to go for £10, and also, yeah, the picture quality and the sound on here is absolutely top class. So that's The Shawshank Redemption. Next I checked out the Cornetto Trilogy. Now I'm a big fan of all these movies. Like I say, they're all great to me. Shaun the Dead is my favourite one. Now I knew that they've got a bit of a not great, like a bit like Forrest Gump. It hasn't got a great review to say. It's not the best it could look. Now, when I watched this, I had that bear that in mind, because I thought, well, maybe it isn't the best it's ever looked. Now, to me, it's better than the Blu-rays. I don't think the Blu-rays were super great anyway. These look, I think they look really nice, but I've got to say, I think they could have looked a little bit better. Now, what I'm going to mean by that is the fact that they look a little bit dark in some scenes. Now, I need to watch these at night with the lights off. That's when I get a true representation of what the movie's all about. But I can understand how some people can say it's not the best it could look. It seems like the colour time in it might be a little bit too dark. They might have put a little bit more brightness in it. So when I've watched them, the clips I've watched, I think The World's End looks the best. I think Hot Fuzz and Shaun of the Dead are quite tied in it. I mean, they look good. They look great. The picture details on some of the faces and all that and close-ups look really nice. I'm not saying anything really bad about it. But when I've heard things when people said that Forrest Gump didn't look that good, I tend to disagree with that. With this one, I can understand how people can say it could have looked a little bit better. Maybe the colour timing is just that little bit, not what people thought it would be. Maybe the Blu-rays are a little bit more brighter. That's just a personal opinion. I'm watching literally seconds of each movie. But I've been putting this off for a long time to watch these movies, just because basically I want to see them in 4K. And the sound quality in here seems to be much better than the Blu-rays. I don't know what it is. It's definitely coming out in 7.1 on my system. A Dolby DTX, I'm not too sure, I can't see. I haven't got my glasses on. I should put my glasses in this room anyway. So yeah, very impressed. I mean, £20, you can't grumble. I will get a slipcase, probably Shaun the Dead slipping over the top of it. Put in the shelves, it'll look great. But really happy I got that. And you do get the Blu-rays in here as well. So you get 3 4Ks, 3 Blu-rays, all the extras. So yeah, you kind of grumble for that price. So that's the Cornetto Trilogy. So next I had a quick look at the box set of He Came From the Swamp, the William Greth. I do know that now because I watched a little bit when he was talking about his name collection. Now I watched the film on here. I watched one disc and it had Mako, Jaws of Death and The Naked Zoo. Now I don't know what years these are from. I would imagine they're from the middle 70s. So when I put Mako, Jaws of Death on it, that seems to be the second movie on the disc. There's like 2 movies in every disc. And that one there looked ropey. Now, I don't mind that. I think that with these movies, when they're so low budget and you watch them as a low budget movie, you can kind of take that in the chin. You can say, well, it's not meant to look sensational anyway, so I can put up with that. The next one on there, The Naked Zoo, looked absolutely really nice. Actually, it was, the colours on it were very colourful. There's still a few scratches on the print, but for me that looked really nice. So maybe the ones that's like the first one on here, like The Naked Zoo, maybe Mako is the one that's like the B movie. Sting of Death might look better than Death Curse of Tartu. You know, I mean, titles like that, I mean, wow. I just think that they're amazing. I don't see anything like that anymore of its time. So for me, I was really drawn, just everything about this. I think there's a few low budget box sets out there, and they're definitely on my list. Didn't expect to see this cheap, mine, because like I say, the last time I saw it, it was £38, I think, which is still a little bit over the top. But yeah, so happy to get that one. There's hours of entertainment in there. I keep getting these big box sets, but funny enough, the low budget ones seems to be the ones that I watch a lot quicker than the big budget ones. Strange enough, maybe it's just the way that sometimes you go through periods where you're into certain things and then you're not that bothered about other stuff. But that's what watching movies is all about. Like I say, I'm going to get this monstrosity off here, hopefully. So Blu Tack CEX, seriously, I'm surprised I didn't put a nail through it or something. Okay, so thanks again, Ellen, for this. I can't wait to watch it. When I've got some time off, I will definitely stick this on and just see where I'll get with it. And I'll give you my honest report on this in February, the end of February. And yeah, I think this one's definitely going to be something. I think these movies will be dead short, and they'll just be movies that you can sort of just put on and just get a bit of a laugh at, actually. It's got a great booklet in here as well, and the poster. So, thanks for watching. You take care, and I will see you on the next video. Cheers.